NKTelco Sports welcomes you to New Bremen, Ohio, where the Minster Wildcats take on the New Bremen Cardinals. This game brought to you by Minster Bank, Keyhole Pizza, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwederman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwederman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, Triple R Tire, First National Bank, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. This is an NKTelco Sports production.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to New Bremen, Ohio, where today on NKTelco we're going to bring you a softball game between the number 4 ranked New Bremen Cardinals versus their MAC rivals, the Minster Wildcats. So we have the Battle of the 66 today. I'm Dennis Henshin, and my co-worker today with me and our color analyzer is Ron Cruzy. Ron, we got what looks like on paper a very good game. Like I said, New Bremen's number 4 in the state, and Minster's running right now with a 12-4 record besides.
Right, New Bremen comes in the game. They've got some senior leadership on their team, mainly the pitcher Sophie Fox, and Minster starts a very young team, a lot of sophomores and freshmen, so it's inexperience against experience.
Both teams are hitting, though, as we see the stats. They're hitting very well, so we'll have to see once if that will continue. If we've got time now, we'll take to the keys of the game, brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. First off, it will be for Minster. The key for them is they've got to be able to put the ball in play where they're going up against Sophie Fox, as Ron said. Very good pitcher. Probably she will be furthering her career a year from now as she moves on to Ohio Northern, but right now she's a very good quality pitcher. Second key for them is that they have got to play good defense. They can't have bad throws. That's plagued them just a little bit here and there, but those two items, make contact off of Fox, who was striking out versus walks, on a 3-to-1 ratio?
Yeah, she has 70.
Lost
my thing here. 70 Ks and 13 walks.
It's higher than that then. It's almost 6-to-1. Okay, so the keys for New Bremen will be that they continue to get good pitching from Fox, and that they continue their hot hitting. Ron will elaborate on that a little bit as we go along here, but right now they're hitting with some fantastic numbers. So we'll give you those batting averages as they come up, but we're just getting ready to start the game now as Minster is walking up to the plate, and the first batter for the Wildcats will be Carly Richard, and she'll be followed by Lindsay Albers and Jordan Burlesman. So number 14 stepping to the plate.
Yeah, Carly comes in the game batting .358. She's going to be followed by Lindsay Albers and Jordan Burlesman, followed by Taylor Homan, Jenny Poppelman, Danielle Barhorse, Mara Smazing, Emma Smazing, and Lainey Hemmelgarn.
So here we go. First pitch. Fox is on the slab, fires, and it's there for a strike.
For New Bremen on defense, across the outfield from left to right, Molly Smith, Abby Tiemann, Hannah Tenkman. On the infield, Cassidy Smith at third, Kelly Naylor at short, Michaela Feltz at second, and Jenny Borman at first.
There's a line drive to third, snagged by the third baseman, so on 2 pitches, 1 out. And the second batter for the Cats comes up. That'll be Lindsay Albers.
And the battery for New Bremen is Sophie Fox on the mound and Marissa Top behind the plate.
So that's 1 out. Number 10, Lindsay Albers at the plate. She beats that one in the dirt. Oh, it did stay fair, but it now on the third bounce, it did go foul.
You got to watch that, because if it hits the grass and comes back to fair territory, it would be a fair ball. So don't give up on the foul just because it rolled left of the line to start with.
Fox with an ERA of just a little over 2. There's a high fly lifted to right center, and it falls in between as no one could get to that one. Second baseman was out but couldn't get it, so we've got a runner on base as Lindsay Albers singles, and that brings Jordan Burlesman to the plate, number 8.
Well, it didn't take long for the wind to come into play here. It's very windy here this afternoon, and that ball normally would be caught by the right fielder, but the wind is blowing from the southwest.
Yep, a very busy wind. We're going to probably have to rate that wind. It's at least 20 mile an hour, as you can see on the umpire's pants. At least he's flapping in the breeze.
And the only way the wind's going to help you as a batter is if you hit it down the left field line.
And there's a second pitch is there for a strike, so we 1-1 on this batter. No, I'm sorry, 0-2, 2 strikes. One away, runner at first base. And there's a throw down to second, not there, fumbled by the shortstop, runner stays standing. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter with Burleson down, or Albers down at second now. Burleson with a chance to drive in a run here. Taylor Holman is on deck. And there's a swing and a miss. The runner's tagged out by the catcher who's picked it up. So that's a swinging K for out number 2. And Albers stays at second. That brings the number 4 hitter up to the plate, Taylor Holman. She's the shortstop, number 11.
Taylor comes in the game batting an even .500 on the season.
Very respectable batting average. I wouldn't mind if mine were that good.
Yeah, all these batting averages today are really good.
That's probably one of the reasons both of these teams are so successful. Not only do they pitch well, they hit it well. And right now, Holman is ahead in the count, 2-0. And like we said, she's got a runner in scoring position right now at second base. And that one's there for a strike, so
Fox is keeping the ball low, right around the knees, and that's exactly what she wants to do. Very good control. Only 13 walks on the season.
And that runs the count to 3-1. So right now Holman's in the driver's seat, 3-1. The 3-1 offering. That's hit into center field. Second baseman goes out, and the second baseman grabs it. Once again, that ball got knocked down a little bit by the wind, but fly out to second for the third out. So after one half inning of play, it remains 0-0.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting and long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. With locations in Lima, Findlay, Minster, Kenton, Defiance, Napoleon, Wauseon, Bryan, and Archbold. We are right around the corner from you. Visit us today and experience the Radio Hospital difference. We are simply neighbors serving neighbors, providing a refreshing alternative to high-pressure stores. Radio Hospital is your Verizon Wireless premium retailer.
Back here as we enter the bottom half of the first inning, the Cardinals are going to send Abby Tiemann, Marissa Tupp, and Sophie Fox to the plate.
And for Minster, left to right, Mara Smeezing, Danielle Barhorse, Alice Smeezing in right. Across the infield, Lindsay Albers at third, Taylor Homan at short, Carly Richard at second, and Lainey Hemmelgarn at first. The battery is Emma Smeezing behind the plate, and Jenny Poppelman is on the mound.
Poppelman's first pitch there was low for a ball. So Abby Tiemann is the batter for New Bremen, and she fouls that one off over here to the right side.
And Poppelman comes in the game with an 8-4 record, 1 save. In 72 innings, she has an ERA of 2.91, 100 hits, 48 Ks, and 21 walks.
Next offering, that one is low.
Okay, Abby Tiemann comes in the game batting .450. Playing center field today for the Cardinals.
Nice average. Abby Tiemann, center fielder for the Cardinals. And that pitch is also low. So right now, Tiemann is out ahead in the count 3-1, so she can afford to look at one or swing away. It's up to her. Take the pitch in her zone. Marissa Topp, the catcher, is on deck. And that pitch is off the mark for ball 4, so Abby Tiemann gets a walk and trots down to first base. And Marissa Topp comes to the plate, the catcher.
Marissa's batting .382 on the season. Left-handed batter behind the plate today.
There's the runner goes. Ooh, pretty good throw. I don't know if it even hit the runner or ricocheted off the glove. We have a left-handed catcher, but boy, she came right out of there and rocketed it to second. So
it looked like it ricocheted off the shortstop's glove. I think if she would have left it through, it looked like the second baseman was standing there waiting on it.
There's a foul back. So Abby Tiemann down at second after the walk. Marissa Topp at the plate. Sophie Fox is on deck. Marissa Topp, you said, was batting for?
.382.
.382. There's a three-hopper to second. Bobbled, picked up, and they called safe at first. So, safe on an error there as Marissa Topp gets to first. Abby Tiemann trots over to second.
So they got him on the corners. I would look for Marissa Topp maybe to take off here from first base. And Fox is up at the plate. She's batting .525 with 3 home runs. So
.525 with 3 home runs. That one's in the dirt, no throw down. And as Ron stated earlier, if you can get one in the air somewhere towards left center and it's got any jack to it, it will be wind aided over the screen. It will make the fence. Ball is low again, so Fox jumps out ahead on this count, 2-0.
So the infield on the corners are playing in. Shortstop, second baseman back at normal depth. They'll give up a run here for an out.
And once again, that pitch is low. Close, but just not a strike. Real close, actually. But she's keeping him low, so keeping it out of the hitter's eyes.
And with first base open, there's no sense in giving her something that she likes.
There's one right down Main Street, and Fox didn't offer it anything, so it's 3-1. She'll probably take it.
She would swing at the first pitch here if it was
in her zone.
If it was just like the last one, I think.
There's a ball beat on the ground to third, over to first. There, throw home, not in time. Runner moves up to third from second. So Sophie Fox gets goes down as a ground out to third for the first out, but she gets an RBI. And as Abby Tiemann comes home, Marissa Topp has now moved to third.
And Cassidy Smith is at the plate now for the Cardinals. batting .375 on the season.
The senior is a third baseman for the Cards. Swings and misses at the first offering. One to nothing in favor of the Cardinals over the Wildcats on a battle of Route 66.
Cassidy also has 8 RBIs already in the season, so she's very capable of knocking a run in.
Smith ready, swings. Doesn't cut anything there but air. 1-2 on the batter, as Poppelman now has the advantage. And that one is fouled back on the right side. Out of play behind the screen. Count stays 1-2. A warm, balmy afternoon. Expecting some thunderstorms later on, but it's about 80 degrees right now. There's a rip down the left field line by Smith. Goes all the way to the screen, so the left fielder has to go out and retrieve it.
She's a little bit out in front of that one. On the previous pitch, she was behind it a little bit. That time, the pitch was, she let up on the pitch also, created a off-balance swing a little bit.
So count still remains 1-2, and swung on and missed. So Smith goes down, striking out for the second out. And that brings Jenna Brorman up to the plate.
She's hitting .357.
A very respectable batting average for the first baseman. Swings from the left side of the plate, and she fouls that one back.
And she has 7 RBIs for the season.
2 outs, but the Cardinals still have a runner down there at third. As Marissa Tubbs standing over there, side of Coach Craig Griesdorn. Been doing this for 19 years. Seen a lot of athletes go by and through the system. That's a swing and a miss, so right now, Poppelman's out ahead on the 0-2 count.
Brorman was behind on that one. She
Yes.
looks like maybe she's a slap type hitter, so they better be awake there on the left side of the infield.
Third baseman is in about 4 steps. There's a slap over up towards the first baseman, but she reaches up and strikes, pulls it down for out number 3. So there in that inning, there was 1 hit, 1 run. So after 1, Cardinals lead 1-0.
Very, very impressed by how easy it was to locate talent here in this area.
But it's also great for applicants, giving them a good chance to learn much more about the company than would normally be possible through other means of advertising.
There's definitely a great pool of applicants here, and I think you've done a good job at communicating opportunities within the community.
I would definitely recommend checking out Hometown Opportunity to find any careers that you may not know that existed.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers, to families with the pitter-patter of little feet, to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Okay, back here at New Bremen, where the Cardinals are back in the field as we enter the top of the second inning with the Cardinals leading 1-0. For Minster, they're in the second inning. Poppelman will be coming up with Barhorst and Schmiesing.
Jenna comes into the game batting .444 for the Wildcats.
First pitch to Jenna is there for a strike. So pitcher versus pitcher here. Top of the second. That one is over her head for a ball, so count evens at 1-1. know that Fox worked on her pitching skills all winter long as she would go to Columbus to practice. So she's a very proficient pitcher. I think this is her third year as being the starter. 2-1 now on the batter.
She has great control. Very seldom do you see one up in the batter's eyes or out of the strike zone.
That one is swung on and fouled back for strike two, yeah.
Unless it's 0-2 and she wants the batter to chase it.
Yeah.
But when she bears down, that ball's right around the knees just about every time.
2-2 on the batter. And that one, like Ron said, did go high, but didn't chase it. So the count is full. 3-2 on the opposite number, Jenna Poppelman. Danielle Barhorse is on deck. There's a two-hopper up the center, gets past the shortstop, goes out to center field. So Poppelman aids her own cause as she gets a single and stands down at first base.
Now it's going to bring up Danielle Barhorse, batting .333 on this young season.
Danielle's a center fielder for the Cats. Swings from the right side. And she tries a bunt and fouls that back. Poppelman at first. Not a designated runner for her, so I wonder if she has any stolen bases.
Well, we've got the stat sheet here, but it does not have stolen bases on it that I can find. So.
And there's a ball, one hop to second baseman, pushed over to the shortstop for a force out of Poppelman at second. So Barhorse is safe on a fielder's choice, and she's at first. So a force out there at second, and that brings up Mara Schmiesing.
A .298 hitter. And we'll see if they send Barhorse. She's going.
She's going. There's a throw down. Not there. Oh, and she is there. As the base came out, they said she was tagged before she got to the base. So she's caught stealing for out number 2. That's 2-6. And Mara Schmiesing remains at the plate with a 0-1 count on her.
That time the shortstop, Kelly Naylor, caught the ball about 3 feet in front of the bag and caught it and then reached back to make the tag for the out.
Okay, Mara's at the plate, behind in the count. And that's deeper in the count now. Number 28 looking at an 0-2 count. And the windup, the fire, grounded towards third. Scooped, throw, and it's there. So Mara is retired on a 5-3 for 3 outs. So as we head to the bottom of the second, it still remains Minster 0, New Bremen 1. We'll be right back.
Your parents have given you so much throughout the years. They were there when you won first place. Your first heartbreak. Your first car. Your first wreck. Graduation. Planning that special day. Is it time to give back? Give your mom the life she gave you at Elmwood.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Okay, we're back here in the bottom of the second, and that will bring up Smith, Naylor, and Saylor. This is Molly Smith coming to the plate. Just to remind everybody that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school girls softball on Channel 3 or on HD 503. Today's game will be on Saturday the 22nd at 7:30 p.m. or on Sunday the 23rd at noon. You can also watch these games on demand at nktelco.net. Hunt it up on the web and it'll be there for you. Okay.
Molly Smith is leading off for New Bremen. She's at batting .345 on the season.
And count evens there, 1-1. Smith is the left fielder. Swings, drives that right at the second baseman who reaches down, plucks it, picks it, throws it. 4-3, one away.
Nice play there by Carly Richard.
Yes. Richard's just very nonchalant, just reached down, grabbed it, fired to first, one away. That brings Kelly Naylor to the plate, number 32.
And Kelly's batting a robust .519.
Those are big numbers.
Yeah, the lowest batting average is .333 in the Cardinal lineup. Goes all the way up to .525.
That one's a little high. Count evens at 1-1. As you said, Ron, in the one of the keys for these guys for Bremen is to continue their hot hit. That their averages are really great. Keep it up.
Yeah, they just need an average game from everybody at the plate, and that's going to be quite a few runs.
Yes. That third pitch is high for a ball, so it's 2-1. And that one's low. So right now, Kelly Naylor is in the driver's seat with a, I thought it was 3-1. I believe it is. I thought it was a 3-1 count. And there's a swing and foul back. So count should go to 3-2, and it does. Jordan Saylor on deck. One away here in the bottom of the second. One run in for the Cardinals in the first. The wind. And that's there at the knees on the inside. So Naylor goes down via the K, backwards K. And that brings Jordan Saylor to the plate.
Jordan, .333. So she's the one with the lowest batting average, but it's still a good one.
It is. Very good. Very good. And Hannah Tankman is on deck. There's Saylor. She takes one to left center. And it can't be caught as the center fielder slid in to grab it. Got their glove on it, but couldn't catch it. So down at first stands Saylor with a single.
I tell you, Danielle Marhorse got a great jump on that ball and made a nice sliding attempt, but just off the top of the glove.
Yeah. The wind again kind of pushed it away from her. Okay, Hannah Tankman at the plate, number 15.
So we'll see with 2 outs if Jordan Saylor is off and running, or if they just want to turn over the line up here since it's the bottom of the batting order.
That one is low for ball 2, so Tankman is out ahead in the count, 2-0. Tankman plays right field for the Cards. Poppelman winds, fires. Tankman swings and a throwback to first, and she caught him leaning the wrong way, so Naylor gets picked off at first on a little 2-3 for out number 3. So after 2 complete, it is 1 for the Cardinals, none for Minster. We'll be right back. Oh, you got the replay here? Here it is. Maybe we can see it.
Yep.
Yeah, she was caught. I saw it when the catcher was coming out of her crouch that she had a nice advantage. So we'll be right back after this message.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony home management system. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Okay, we're back here, and just like to present the sponsors for tonight's broadcast.
We have West Staff, Radio Hospital, Hometown Opportunity, 21 Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Sweeterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Sweeterman, and Triple R Tire. The scoreboard sponsors First National Bank, think first. And the keys to the game were brought to you by Bud's, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference.
First batter in the top of the third here for the Wildcats, Emma Schmeezing. She takes one up the center, just gets by the shortstop as she knocks it down, but you can't glove it. So Emma Schmeezing is on with a single. The catcher gets it just where she needs it, and that brings up the first baseman for the Cardinals, Lainey Hemmelgarn. She'll be at the plate.
So now we're going to get a pinch runner here, number 24 for Minster.
And that'll be Taylor Kogi, a junior. She's running.
I would expect Emma Smeezing to come back in the game as a catcher.
Yeah, that's the courtesy runner
right.
here for pitcher or catcher.
Yep.
So Kogi running at first. And right there, Laney takes a good rip at that and fouls it back. The first baseman, a freshman, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. So she's behind in the count. Looks at Fox's next offering. That's there. The throw down to second. And there's a little bit of a mess at second. The ball goes to the outfield. Throw into third base, wide to third. And Kogi gets all the way around to third. So Kogi now standing at third base with nobody out.
So Minster needs contact here. Anything but a pop-up or a strikeout. Although the shortstop Naylor is playing in, the second baseman's playing back.
There's a fly. It'll be caught by the second baseman, who's under it, and takes that one rather easily. So one away, and Schmeezing still standing down at third. And we go back to the top of the order as Carly Richard comes to the plate, followed by Lindsay Albers.
Carly has 19 RBIs already in the season.
Number 14 looks at that pitch, and it's there for a strike.
So 358 average and 19 RBIs. That's not too shabby.
No, it is not. No, it is not. So the Cats in good position to tie this game if they get a hit or contact to the correct spot. They got a runner at third, one out.
Naylor's still playing in at short, and Phelps is playing back at second, so a ground ball to second, and you got a run.
Yeah, I would guess, definitely, yes. Stay away from the pop-up, and you'll be real good. And that, and a swung on and missed, gets the catcher. I believe that hit her on the forearm. She's walking that one off a little bit. Maybe, yeah, I think it's on the throwing arm of the forearm of the throwing arm. I don't believe it was fouled. I believe it just maybe moved that much. I wonder if that ball's moving quite a bit, kind of throwing it with the wind a little bit.
Well, if it would be like a screwball action. It would come into the right-handed hitter because the wind is coming from first to third. It would be hard to throw a breaking pitch like a curve, like your normal curveball or a riser.
1-2. There's a ball out of left field, and the runner didn't tag.
Now it's
the
too
runner
late.
broke off the bag and didn't tag. So a long fly ball by Richard that might have gotten a run home did not. So that's out number 2. Out number 2. And Schmeezing is still down at third. And Lindsay Albers at the plate, number 10.
Yeah, we'll see what Albers can do to drive her home. It's going to take a base hit or an error. 395 on the season.
Now, there. That one might go. That one's going up to the fence. It bounces, hits the fence. Albers turns around second and stops. So Albers with a double. Got it all the way there. At first, I thought when it left the batter's bat, it might make the fence, but it one-hopped the fence.
So she takes Emma Schmeezing off the hook there a little bit for not tagging up. She makes sure she drives her in with a double.
Yes. So that brings Jordan Burlesman to the plate. She hits it in the dirt to the shortstop on one hop, over to first, and she's retired. But in this inning, the Cats come up with 2 hits and 1 run, and they even the score as we head into the bottom of third, 1-1. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Back here in the bottom of the third at Cardinal Field. And there's a fly ball on the first pitch, hit out behind second. The second baseman has it, and she got it. So 1 up, 1 down is Hannah Tankman, who was at the plate in the previous inning. Flies out to second base for the first out.
Yeah,
and we go back to the top of the order. I'm sorry, Rob.
That's all right. The reason she was batting was because there was a pickoff play there at first base to end the inning, and she was at bat at the time, so she would lead off here in this inning.
Yeah. Okay, so Poppelman quickly out ahead of Marissa Tupp, and Sophie Fox is on deck.
So Tiemann.
I'm sorry. Did I say Tupp? Yeah, I looked down too far.
Yeah. Abby Tiemann, 450 hitter. She walked in the first inning and had a stolen base.
There's one up the center. Second baseman gloves it. Can't put the handle on it though. So at first base is Tiemann with a single. And that brings Marissa Tupp, the catcher, to the plate.
Marissa, 382. She got on an error by the second baseman in the first inning. She also had a stolen base.
There's the runner takes off. Pitch is fouled back.
A third baseman playing halfway in toward home plate, expecting a bunt. Didn't get it.
Not wearing a face mask. No. Most a third baseman wear a face mask.
But she backed up this time.
That one's outside. Count evens at 1-1. No, now a delayed call. He did throw the right hand up. Boy, the way the catcher moved, I thought it was a strike. Out. There's a line drive up the center field. Rolls out, center fielder has it. Runner around second, off to third. He's in there standing to third. So Marissa Tupp singles. Moves Tiemann all the way around to third. And that brings Sophie Fox to the plate. Only one out here in the inning. So they got runners in scoring position now.
And Sophie grounded out to third in the first inning. She was up with the same two girls on second and third in the first inning.
Got an RBI in that first inning.
That ball's low. Nice stop there by Smazing.
Okay. Sophie's out ahead in the count, 1-0. She looks, she hits, she swings, and it's going to be over the fence down the left field line. She straightens that out a little bit. Has a chance. Didn't really hit it square, kind of got it off the top of the bat. Throw the ball in here, the one that was fouled back, so that we've got to replenish the umpire supply. One and one on the count, one out. And again, fouled back. 1-2 on Fox. Pitcher versus pitcher.
I think what Poppleman would like to do here is maybe change speeds a little bit and keep Fox off balance.
And that one was high. Oh, swung on and fouled back. So I thought it was a swing and a miss. Oh. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Infield playing normal depth.
And there's a rocket to left field. Throw in, and it stopped there, and the ball's returned to the circle. So Tiemann scores. Fox on with a single.
So that's the second run of the ball game that Tiemann has scored. That for New Bremen's only 2 runs.
Okay. And I believe we have a courtesy runner here now for New Bremen to give the pitcher Fox a break. That is number 1.
Chloe Schwartz.
Chloe Schwartz, yes. A lot of speed with Schwartz. She takes off. Throw is high, pitch is high, no throw to second. So now we have 1 out still. Runners at second and third. And Cassidy fouls that one back.
And Cassidy struck out in the first inning for the second out. She comes in the game 375.
Jenna Broerman is on deck. There's one beating the ground, and it goes right into the Cardinals' dugout.
So a base hit here would be big for the Cardinals. It could very easily score 2 runs.
Cassidy Smith at the plate. There, gets way out ahead of that, and then sends a liner about 3 feet over the fence and scatters a few spectators.
Just kind of served that one over there, over the left field, or the third base fence there.
1-2. Again, did it again.
The same guy meant that one too.
Yeah. Had a ball in one hand and tried to flag the other one down with another one.
Don't worry about it. You won't be on TV. I think he will.
I don't know. Maybe the camera's over here at first base. So. Keeping those paws busy. So 1-2 remains on Cassidy Smith. Runners at second and third. 1 out. So a hit definitely will mean a run. There she gets one. That might be over the left fielder's head. It is.
It's out of here.
It's out. It's gone. It cleared the fence. Home run by Cassidy Smith. Big time jack. So 2 runs score ahead of her, and she is the 3rd run in that hit. So she gets 3 RBIs.
Just a nice level swing. You know, she served, like I said, it was a serve. She doesn't swing real hard.
No, it just,
but the ball just jumps right off that bat.
So that puts 5 in across the plate, and they now lead by a score of 5-1.
Yep, and we've got a pitching change here for Minster. Number 16, Laney Hemmelgarn, will come from first base and go to the mound. And I'm assuming Poppelman will go to first base, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, that home run, which was nice, I think a little bit wind aided though.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that when he hit it, I thought it was definitely over the left fielder, but I didn't think it was out. But it only cleared the fence by about a foot.
Yep. Laney Hemmelgarn's going to come in the game. She's pitched 25 innings, and her record is 4-0. She has 2 saves. She's given up 20 hits, 9 runs, 14 walks, and 13 strikeouts with an ERA of 1.4.
Okay, so very good, very good. So Laney Hemmelgarn, a freshman, on the slab for the Cats here, as she tries to retire a batter here, Jenna Brorman, and then maybe Molly Smith. First pitch to Brorman is not there for a ball, or it is.
Yep.
That was a foul ball. I didn't see it.
And as we anticipated, Jenny Poppelman is now playing first base.
And that one is fouled back. Count remains the same. Still only 1 out, but the sacks are empty now with the home run.
Jenna Brorman lined out to first base in the first inning.
And that one is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jenna Brorman. And that's dribbled to shortstop, picked up, scoop, fired, but she beats it out. So single there by Brorman as she hustles down the line. Was not hit too hard. A multi bouncer to short, and as you can see, she's across the bag with ease.
Yeah, the shortstop Taylor Homan got caught there in no man's land as far as couldn't charge it, get the good hop, and therefore the speed played a factor there for Jenna Brorman. She beat it out with nice speed down
Molly
the first
Smith
base.
hits the runner, so
the runner's going to be out, and that's going to be credited with a base hit.
So Molly Smith gets a single and is at first, but Jenna Brorman retired on, I don't know, what do you call that, Ron? Unassisted line drive? No.
I'll have to give that some thought.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Score that, but it is a base hit.
Okay. Kelly Naylor then hits one to short, knocked down by the shortstop, and that's all she can do with it. So Naylor gets to first. Smith moves on to second. And Jordan Saylor comes to the plate. She'll be the 8th batter to bat in this inning.
So I think that's all there is to
ninth.
it. It's just a hit and a dead ball
Okay.
as soon as it hits the runner.
And that pitch to her is low for a ball. So Smith is down at second. There's a high shot. That goes in between the outfielders into right center. 1 run will score, and they'll hold their other runner at third. So that brings that brought Bremen all the way around.
I think that was that was Smith.
That was Smith?
Borman was out.
All right, I'm sorry. Yes, I didn't write that down.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they've batted around here in the third inning.
Runners are still at first and third. And Naylor is over at third. Saylor is at first. And Tankman is up for the second time in this inning.
And she popped up to second and earlier.
That throw from third goes wide of the first baseman. Okay. So Naylor scores there. And we still have runners on the corners.
And Saylor moves all the way to third base on that error.
Yes.
And Tankman takes second base. So runners at second and third. And that's going to bring up Abby Tiemann. Abby walked in the first inning, singled here in the third inning, scored 2 runs already in the ball game for the Cardinals.
So there's one beat on the ground, off the first baseman's glove, into foul territory, throw home, and not there. So the miscue at first base on that E3 gets 2 runs in. And that brings Marissa Tupp to the plate again the second time in this inning.
So Saylor scores and Tankman scores. And that's going to bring up Marissa Tupp. She got on in an error by the second baseman in the first inning, singled here in the third inning, and scored a run also in the third inning. But everybody scored a run here in the third inning except for Jenna Borman.
Yes. Yep. Pushed across 8 runs here in the bottom of the third. And basically lead 9-1. But they've got a runner at first. They do have 2 outs, but that pitch is high. The throw down to second. And swipe at the runner. Didn't get her. Throw was on a little bit on the inside, so that gets Tiemann at second.
And so Hemmelgarn isn't getting a whole lot of help here behind her.
There's one dribble down the first base line, picked up by the first baseman and turned back to the circle. Fox on deck. Twelve to the plate already in this inning. That one's fouled back. So the count goes 1-2 on top.
We've had a couple infield hits and a couple errors here in the third inning.
And that one's way high. 2-2, 2 outs. 1 runner on at second. And that one's beating the dirt at home plate.
The ball actually came up and hit her maybe in the hand or maybe the bottom part of the bat, but she's still in the batter's box, so no problem.
And that's low for a ball. Count goes full now, 3-2 and 2 outs. Doesn't mean much to Tiemann down at second. She's not going to be forced or pushed. And swung on and missed for strike 3. So finally the Cats shut the door and get out of the inning. But in the process, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runs scored. As we conclude 3 innings and head to the top of the 4th, it's 9 for the Cardinals and 1 for the Wildcats.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
Want more trucks for less bucks? Buckeye Ford is your truck headquarters. Work or play, we have the truck for you. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, and F-450s. We know trucks, and you'll always get top dollar for your trade. Get the truck you need today for less bucks at Buckeye Ford and shop over 200 new Fords and tons of pre-owned cars and trucks 24/7 at BuckeyeFord.com. Remember, you'll find more trucks for less bucks at BuckeyeFord.com. More trucks, less bucks. BuckeyeFord.com.
Okay, we're back here at New Bremen as we head into the top of the fourth inning. Wildcats are coming to the plate, and the Cardinals kind of helped themselves a little bit here in inning number 3 as they put 8 runs on the board. That was aided by a 3-run homer by Cassidy Smith, who took it over the left field wall. So coming up for the Wildcats here, it's the middle third of the order: Holman, Poppelman, and Barhorse.
So 500, 444, and 333. Choose your poison.
They've got to deliver now. It's time. Top of the fourth. Taylor was up once before and flied out to the second baseman. Did that in the first inning.
Mm-hmm. Came in batting an even 500.
There's one ripped to the second baseman, or shortstop.
Heads
3,
up.
And that's off of the throw was high. Do you think she would have been there? You going to give her a hit?
I'd have to give her an error on the shortstop there.
E on 6. But Holman's down at first. So it doesn't matter how you get there, just get there. Jenna Poppelman at the plate.
We can be thankful the first baseman got a glove on the ball, because that was headed right for the booth.
Yes. Now you know what Marty and Joe talk about.
They
Get out of the road.
they don't have to worry about thrown balls.
No, they come off the bat. Are you the cowboy or what? The way I saw you ducking, I thought maybe you were riding a horse.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, Jenna Poppelman at the plate. Sophie Fox still on the hill for the Cards. And that one is high. Count evens at 1-1.
Lindsay singled in the first and doubled in the third.
Poppelman looks at the next pitch. Doesn't offer. It's there for a strike. So 1-2. She falls behind. Barhorse on deck. Holman at first. Safe on an error. That one's in the dirt. Gets by the catcher. There'll be no throw. She moves on down to second. Ball back in the circle. So, down there on a pass ball. Might have been a wild pitch, I can't tell you, but anyway, the runner is at second. Poppelman at the plate looking at a 2-2 count. And she fouls that one out of the catcher's glove. And the umpire threw his arms up right away. The catcher applied a tag, but to no avail.
I was on the wrong line there, Dennis. I was talking about Lindsay Albers, what she did in the game. We're at Jenna Poppelman.
Yeah, right.
She singled in the second inning.
Yes, yes. There's a ball hit towards the shortstop, who scoops, fires, and the ball was there, but the first baseman dropped it. So E on 3.
So that puts them on the corners.
Yep, puts them on the corners. Taylor Holman moves to third. Jenna Poppelman is at first. Danielle Barhorse now steps in.
And she grounded into a fielder's choice in the second inning.
There's no outs, so things are looking good. There's a ball hit to third. They've got the runner in a pickle. They're going home. They throw home. She dropped it. She dropped the ball. She dropped the ball. Okay. So Danielle Barhorse, safe on a fielder's choice, moves all the way to second on the air at the plate, E2, and that gets another run in for the Cats as they now get their second run.
So
Here you have it. Here you have it.
Here's a replay, and you'll see as she dives to make the tag, the ball comes loose.
Yep. Well, otherwise, they had her. They did about everything right and never threw the ball more than once. So the Cats with one run in, nobody out. They got 2 on, though, second and third. Cardinals are going to talk about what they're going to do now. Got a little regroup here. Mara Schmeezing is at the plate. She was retired third to first the last time up.
So the defense for the Cardinals is going to have to regroup here with 3 errors here in the inning.
So Fox gets back on the slab, winds, fires, low for a ball. Sophie's going to have to just kind of bear down and try to retire a couple of batters herself if she can. I don't know if that's possible.
They did a good job on the pickle play there. That, you know, just one throw. I mean, that's the best you can do.
Yep. Now there's a fly ball along the first base line, lands on the first base dugout. So the count goes even, 1-1. Yeah, you're right, Ron.
If you want to do one thing maybe better would be to make the throw first to home and then run her back to third. And then if she's safe,
she doesn't score.
Yeah, but that's softball.
It's bang-bang play over there.
Yep.
There's a rocket up towards the second baseman who knocks it down but cannot hang on to it. So single there by Mara Schmeezing. That gets one run in and gets another run in. And that moves Barhorse over to third. And that brings Emma Schmeezing to the plate.
So now we'll see what they do with Mara. If they send her on the steal, again, the shortstop Kelly Naylor is playing in. Second baseman Feltz is playing back, so a ground ball to second would score a run.
Yes, got a left-handed batter, so pull it. Runner goes to second, no throw down. So Mara Schmeezing advances to second. Danielle Bornhorst is at third. Emma Schmeezing's the batter. She had a single at her last time up and scored a run. And she's ahead in the count. 1-0. Now make it 2-0. So it gets a little interesting here. 2 runs are in already.
And
Cats.
Nobody out.
And really no force play here at all for the Cardinals. 2 on, but no force. And there is a ball inside. That makes the count 3-0. So Mara Schmeezing's definitely in the driver's seat. Emma Schmeezing on deck. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Emma Schmeezing's at the plate.
Nice play there by the first base coach.
Yeah.
Looks like he's done that before. Gets congratulations from the dugout.
Emma Schmeezing at the plate. Singled her first appearance. And that pitch is outside, so that's ball 4. So Emma goes to first. The sacks are full now for the Cats. And that brings Eleni Hemmelgarn to the plate.
She popped up to second in the third inning. Got a visit at the mound from
Craig Griesdorn.
Trying to settle the defense down a little bit.
9-3, somewhat of a cushion for the Cardinals, but boy, a bingo here or there, and that could be down to about 1 or 2 in a hurry. So Lanny swings right back to the hill to Fox, whose throw home is high. So runner scores coming in from third. Danielle Bornhorst was out, but the throw was high, missed the catcher. All runners are safe. Lanny is safe on a fielder's choice. She's at first.
So everybody advances one base, and that was a possible double play there. And the throw from Fox to top was just too high.
Okay. Carly Richard takes that ball down the left field line. That drops in. That gets 2 runners in. So 2 runs move in. That puts 5 across the plate here in this inning. Hemmelgarn moves to second. Richard is at first with a single.
That's going to bring up Lindsay Albers.
Lindsay Albers, yes, sir.
We talked about her earlier. I was on the wrong line. She singled in the first and doubled in the third.
And Jordan Burlesman is on deck.
9-6, still nobody out. Cardinals need to shut the door right here.
Battle of Route 66. Cardinals and Cats. Lindsay Albers at the plate. She's ahead in the count, 1-0. Still nobody out.
Four errors here in the 4th inning for the Cardinals. And 2 hits by the Wildcats.
That's swung on and missed. That was probably ball 3 right there. But swung on and missed. The Cardinals do have the advantage there a little bit. They have force at any base right now. 2-1 count. And that one's fouled back. I think they're going to put her back in. She went around the corner to warm up. So Lindsay Albers still at the plate. Singled in her last, she's had 2 hits so far. And swung on and missed.
That's a force play, so she is out.
Okay. All right, so she strikes out for the first out in the inning.
Yeah, with 2 runners on there, she cannot advance to first.
The runners have now moved to second and third, though. And the pitch there from Fox is low for a ball. 6-9. Cats got 6, Cards got 9.
And this is the 9th hitter in the inning for the Wildcats.
Wind, fire, swung on and missed, jumps out of the catcher's glove, but nobody can move ahead. Ball 1, strike 1, 1 out. There's a line drive up to center. 1 run will score. Center fielder tries to pick it up, can't do it. 2 runs score as Jordan Burleson delivers a single up the center. And that puts 2 more runs in.
1-run ball game right now.
7 runs scored by the Cats.
So we'll see once what they do with Burleson, if they will send her.
Taylor Holman at the plate, number 4 in the lineup. She'll be followed by Jenna Poppelman, number 5 in the order.
And Taylor got on an error by the shortstop earlier here in the 4th inning.
Jenna, you're on deck. Jenna, you're on deck.
There's a pitch that goes high. Runner couldn't advance. Burleson down at first. Just drove in 2 RBIs with a single. 1 out so far for the Cats, that's all. There's a swing and a foul back. So Taylor Holman's staying alive, showing her aggressiveness. It's 2-1 on her. Poppelman going on the on-deck circle. Holman's already scored a run in this inning.
7 unearned runs here in the 4th inning.
Hatton's low and swung on and missed. Count goes even, 2-2.
Taylor popped up to second in the 1st inning, got on an error by the shortstop in the 4th.
Fox winds, fires, shakes a little off of that one. The throw down to short, down to second by the shortstop. She gets a swipe tag just enough. She gets the runner going to second, so as Burleson is caught stealing. 2-6. That's the 2nd out in the inning. Holman still at the plate. Three and 2 on her. And that's outside, ball 4. So Holman is on for the 2nd time in the inning as she draws a walk, goes down to first. Jenna Poppelman steps into bat. She's also been up once this inning. She's safe on an error and scored a run. So Holman scored a run, Poppelman scored a run. But there are 2 away now, and Danielle Barhorse is on deck. Throw down to second. Not there. Safe. So stolen base to second. Puts Holman down there in scoring position. She's the tying run if they can get her home. Jenna Poppelman at the plate. Looking at an 0-1 count on her. That one's dribbled in the ground, back to the pitcher, over to first, and retired. So Poppelman goes down as she grounds back to her opposite number. So in that inning, though, the Cats came up with 7 runs. And they add that to the 1 they got. They only trail by 1 as they head to the bottom of the 4th. Cats 8, Cards 9.
Jump, jump. What? Oh, come on.
Plastic surgery is very expensive today. Coach.
Jet!
Jet?
Come on, shoot him.
Need more bandwidth? Switch to NKTelco and run all your devices.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Okay, we're going into the bottom of the 4th inning here as we've got almost a brand new game. 9-8 in favor of the Cards. Jenna Poppelman goes back to the slab again. Laney came in and did a little relief work there. Laney Hamelgarn in the last inning. She goes back to first, and Jenna comes back on the slab to try it again.
Sophie Fox
dribbles one past Coach Griesdorn.
Is 1 for 2 in the ball game. She grounded out to third in the 1st inning, and she got a single in the 3rd inning.
Wind, fire. There's a rocket Boy, she got all of that. Whoa, that puppy went through the infield like right now.
That reminded me of the hit she got in the third inning, that line drive to left field. That ball never got over 4 feet off the ground.
Yep. Okay, that brings up the number 4 hitter for the Cards, and she certainly gets that record nicely. As she's last time up, she had a 3-run home run. So Cassidy Smith at the plate, and she's got her runner on, and Jenna Broerman is on deck.
And Chloe Schwartz.
Is back as the designated runner. Courtesy runner, that's what they call it. Schwartz has lots of speed.
I wouldn't be surprised to see her going.
I think I'd be wearing gloves and sliding head first. I don't know, maybe not. I see an umbrella up, so it must be sprinkling. There's the throw. The catcher throws down off of her knees. Throw is high, it's short. Everybody's safe. So Schwartz is down at second now.
That's her second stolen base.
Yes.
It's going to bring up Cassidy Smith. Struck out in the first inning and hit a 3-run homer in the third inning.
That one's in the dirt. Count goes to 2-1 on Cassidy. Yep, she got one over the fence here in left center. Probably only cleared the fence by about 2 feet at that, but nobody near the fence to catch it when it went across. There's a ball lifted down the foul line over the fence, just foul by about 4 feet.
I think the wind blew that foul.
Oh, yeah. It helped it get out, but it also maybe pushed it a little left. So she showed you there, I can get it out either way. That one was not a line drive. That had a little pop on it, a little arch on it. So Cassidy Smith gets one over the shortstop's head into left field. Left fielder comes up firing. Smith moves on to second on the throw in. So Smith is at second with a single. Schwartz running for Fox is at third. Jenna Broerman now steps in at the plate.
She lined out to first in the first inning and had a single in the third inning.
Batting from the left side. First baseman.
Yeah, nobody out. And the Wildcats defense is in normal position.
There's one slap between the first baseman and the second baseman. The throw home, and the runner holds at third. So Schwartz trots in with a run. Smith moves over to third. And with that single, Broerman is down here at first, and now Molly Smith comes to the plate.
So runners on the corners again. We'll see once what they do with Broerman. If they send her to second with nobody out or keep her around, I would assume she will be off and running.
Coach Hemmelgarn out there talking to his entire infield. Battery as well as the infielders.
And Coach Griesdorn's got the batter and the 2 runners and the on-deck hitter.
So it's mini huddle time. And Molly Smith stepping to the plate. Singled the last time up and scored a run in that big third inning that the Cards put up. And there the runner takes off, no throw. So stolen base by Broerman.
So Molly, 345 average coming into the ball game. She's 1 for 2.
Fouled back over the screen. Molly Smith at the plate. 2 on. 1 in already. No outs. There's a pop-up right there off towards the third base side towards the dugout, but nobody could get to it.
Just a little bit too far for Emma Smeezing to to get to the pop-up.
So runners on second and third. Cardinals looking to score with another hit. That one was way high.
Nice job there by Emma Smeesing that time, reaching up and grabbing that ball before it could get by.
She pretty much well maxed out on that one. She didn't have much left to get it any higher. There's a foul off to the right over the first base dugout.
There's not a whole lot of room here behind home plate to the screen.
No. Plays at the plate are tight, but you just, if it goes back to the screen you can't hardly throw a runner out on a base. And there's a swing and a miss at one out of the zone for a strikeout. So Molly Smith goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
It's going to bring up Kelly Naylor, 519 hitter. She struck out looking in the second inning and singled in the third inning and scored a run.
Naylor is the shortstop for the Cardinals. Looks at that pitch there for a strike. Poppelman winds, kicks, and fires, and swung on and missed. So quickly, Poppelman out in the lead with an 0-2 count. Runners still standing on second and third. Jordan Saylor on deck. And that one is there for called strike three. And that brings Jordan Naylor to the plate. Jordan's been up twice, had a single and scored a run. Hannah Tankman on deck. There's a ball beat up the middle. That's there. One run's in. Second run, play at the plate. Knocked down, gets by the catcher though. The runner advances to second, and that's where she holds. So Jordan Saylor standing at second with a single and a couple of RBIs.
Makes the score 12-8 Cardinals.
3 runs in this inning. Hannah Tankman at the plate.
She popped up to second in the third inning and got on by an error by the third baseman also in the third inning.
The right fielder looks at that one, and that's low and in the dirt.
I see an umbrella or 2 umbrellas up. It must be
sprinkling
a little bit.
There's a rip up the center, drops down right about at the second base. The throw home is there, the tag, and you're out. So another run scores. No, that was the runner was at second. That's it.
Yep.
Tankman has a single, but in the inning, the Cardinals have pushed across 3 more runs. So now as we have 4 complete and we head to 5, it's 12 for the Cardinals and 8 for the Cats.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you.
We'll go over the sponsors for today's ball game. West Staff, Radio Hospital, Hometown Opportunity, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Sweeterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Sweeterman, Triple R Tire. Scoreboard sponsors: First National Bank, Think First, Keys to the game were brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. And after the ball game, we'll be giving the there's a ground ball to short over to first, and that's the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. We'll be giving Player of the Game awards out. The Minster Player of the Game will be sponsored by New Bremen Dairy Queen, and the New Bremen Player of the Game will be sponsored by Speedway Lanes.
Okay, that's a Danielle Bornhorst that was up, and she grounded out to short. That brings Mara Schmeezing to the plate, and she'll be followed by Emma Schmeezing. Mara's been up twice. She's got a single, and she scored a run.
The bottom of the batting order for Minster, the bottom 3 have scored 4 runs, 4 of the 8.
Yes. That is true. Schmeezing Emma has scored 2. Mara 1, and Lainey Hemmelgorn 1. Okay, that was off the plate, but still a swing. So ball 2, strike 1 on the batter, 1 out. There's a little soft pop fly hit back to the hill as Fox grabs it for out number 2. That'll be
Emma
second
Schmeezing,
out.
yeah, Emma Schmeezing will be up now. She singled in the 3rd inning and also drew a walk in the 4th inning and has scored 2 runs here in the ball game. Emma's a .273 hitter.
First pitch to her is a ball. Swings from the left side. And that one she took a little off of, and it dropped in the dirt off the outside of the plate, so it's 2-0.
So Fox is just 1 out away from having her second 1-2-3 inning. She went down 1-2-3 in the 2nd.
Patton is there for a strike. 2-1 now on Emma. Lainey Hemmelgarn on deck. Sophie Fox, 2-1 pitch, swung on, missed, fouled back, I'm sorry. Makes the count go 2-2. Two and two on the batter with 2 outs. Bases are empty. There's a pitch that's hit to second, over to first, and as Ron said, a 1-2-3 inning for Sophie Fox. So after 4.5, as we head to the bottom of 5, it is 12 for the Cardinals, 10 for the Cats, and we'll be right back.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
For over 30 years, R Tire Service Center proudly provides tire sales and service to the area. Thank you to our friends and neighbors for choosing us. We show our thanks by proudly giving back to the communities, the same communities we live in and raise our families in.
Calls for your service on your trucks, cars, farm equipment, and fleet vehicles, no matter where you are, on the road or in the field.
We are R Tire in Wapak and St. Mary.
Where you get the right tire,
right place,
right now.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Cardinal Field. There's a one-hop shot right back to Poppelman. She gloves it and throws it over to first for a quick out.
Very nice play there by Poppelman. That ball was hit hard.
Yes, that was drilled, to be honest with you. So, Tiemann is out on the 1-3, and that brings Marissa Tupp to the plate. Swinging from the left side.
She got on an error by the second baseman in the first. In the third inning, she singled, struck out in the third also.
And there's a pop fly in the infield that couldn't be handled by the first baseman. Probably the pitcher should have taken that one. It just actually blew away from the first baseman. The longer she ran, the farther she had to chase.
We're going to give her a hit, or we're going to?
No, that's an error. I'd say an error. That brings Sophie Fox to the plate. Fox has been up 3 times. She's got a couple of singles and grounded out third to first. Her one appearance where she didn't get on the base.
She gets on, and Chloe Schwartz comes in and steals bases and scores the runs.
Yes, that's the way it's worked. Ooh, wow, that wakes up the on-deck batter.
On-deck batter, and I think Coach Griesdorn will back up a little bit.
New Bremen's pinch runner right here. Fox at the plate, as we said, 2 for 3 today.
Madison Ritter is the pinch runner for New Bremen.
Okay. There is another bullet shot down the left field line, just foul on the grass. Madison Ritter is a courtesy runner for Marissa Tupp, the catcher, so speeds up the game. Should that all work out, when the inning ends, the catcher's ready to go, equipment on, and something maybe Major League Baseball should look at if they're looking for ways to speed it up.
Yeah.
They haven't sped it up much in the stuff they've done so far. There's a ball that's over the shortstop's head. Left fielder comes in, knocks it down, and back into the plate. So,
well, she didn't hit it hard like she did the last 2 times, but she got a single.
So Fox is on. Top moves to second. Cassidy Smith.
She struck out in the first, homered in the third inning on a 3-run homer, and singled and scored a run in the 4th inning.
So 2 for 3 on the night for Cassidy. Jenna Broerman is on deck. The wind, the fire, and that one's lifted over to the left side. Foul.
The guy that was over 2 out there, he didn't go after that one.
No, he left the umbrella people.
Sophie's got his number down there.
Yes. Either she or Smith, one of them two does. And there's Smith, lifts one high. It's going to come down towards the second baseman, who's there and gloves it right aside of the second base. So Smith is out number 2 as she flies out to the second baseman.
That's right. It was Smith that was hitting now, and she was the one giving that guy trouble out there.
Well, he had one in one hand. She hit him another one.
Yeah.
Jenna Broerman at the plate. She's been up 3 times so far today, singled twice, and flied out to first. Swinging from the left side. So now we got 2 courtesy runners on, Ritter and Schwartz, second and first. That ball is a little low for a ball, so it's count evens at 1-1.
This time there's no place for Schwartz to go.
Not unless they pull a double steal here, but I don't anticipate that right now.
Not with 2 out, I wouldn't think.
There's a pop fly behind the plate, out of bounds, behind the screen. No play on that ball at all. So 2 on, 2 out. Insurance runs are probably wanted by Coach Griesdorn. And that one is low. So 2-2. 2-2 on the batter, 2 outs, 2 on. Deuce is wild. And that's strike 3, so Bremen goes down with a called strike for out number 3. In that inning, they didn't push any runs across. They did have a hit, but as we head into the 6th inning, it's 12 for the Cardinals and 8 for the Cats. We'll be right back.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting and long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. With locations in Lima, Findlay, Minster, Kenton, Defiance, Napoleon, Wauseon, Bryan, and Archbold. We are right around the corner from you. Visit us today and experience the Radio Hospital difference. We are simply neighbors serving neighbors, providing a refreshing alternative to high-pressure stores. Radio Hospital is your Verizon Wireless premium retailer.
Forget that these broadcasts can be always picked up on NKTelco.net on demand, so don't be afraid to check them out anytime. But this first broadcast will be Saturday, April the 22nd at 7:30 in the evening, and then on Sunday the 23rd it'll be on at noon, so you get to see this game again as we move along here in the softball season.
Laney Hemmelgarn took the first pitch outside for ball 1, swings at the second one to even the count at 1-1.
Things have calmed down just a little bit since we got through the bottom of the 3rd and the top of the 4th, where each team respectively pushed across 8 runs or 7 runs apiece. And there's a bounce back to the hill, and Fox retires Laney Hemmelgarn on a 1-3 for the first out. That takes us back to the top of the order, and Carly Richard. Carly's been up 3 times. She's had 1 single, and she's scored a run. First pitch is swung on and missed there by Carly.
She lined out to 3rd in the first inning and flied out to left in the 3rd inning before she singled in the 4th.
That pitch is taken for a ball. Top of the 6th. Swung on and missed. That ball might have been a little high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Be interesting to see what Fox brings this time. If it's an off-speed pitch or maybe just something out of the strike zone.
Nope.
Nope.
Stayed right with it the way it looked.
So still 1-2, so she still has some options here.
Seems like if she's ahead in the count, she tries to run it in a little high on them to get them to swing at it. We'll see once that happens here. Yep. Hit right back to her, off her hip, over to first, and got there just in time for out number 2. So
going to bring up Lindsay Albers. Lindsay singled in the first, doubled in the 3rd, and struck out swinging in the 4th.
So far, Sophie Fox has retired both of the batters herself via the ground out. So she and the first baseman got all the activity. Took a little of it off of that one, and it snuck it in there for a strike.
A lot about timing as a pitcher.
Was that thunder I heard?
Well, it was something. I don't want to. It's very overcast here. It looks like the sun's ready to come out, but out in left field, looks like the storm is going that way.
Yeah.
And that's your weather report here in the 6th inning.
1-1, 2 away. There's a fly ball over here towards first, and no one can get it as it hits the ground and squirts foul.
Just hit that ball off the end of the bat.
Yeah, cued it.
Yep.
So 1-2 on the batter with 2 away. Fox looking at her second potential 1-2-3 inning. Winds, fires, not there. 2-2. Still just one pitch away from ending having the 1-2-3 inning. Wind, fire. There's ball jacked way. Got way out ahead of that, pulled that deep into left field, foul. Over towards the CBC, the weight room for many of the athletes. Winds, fires, on the ground, to the shortstop, 3 hops, over to first, and it's there for out number 3. So quickly here in the 6th inning, Fox brings them up and takes them down 1-2-3. So as we head to the bottom of the 6th, it's 8 for the Cats, 12 for the Cardinals. We'll be right back.
Very, very impressed by how easy it was to locate talent here in this area.
But it's also great for applicants, giving them a good chance to learn much more about the company than would normally be possible through other means of advertising.
There's definitely a great pool of applicants here, and I think you've done a good job at communicating opportunities within the community.
I would definitely recommend checking out Hometown Opportunity to find any careers that you may not know that existed.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Okay, we're back here as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals up by 4, 12-8. We have a little bit of a lineup change. Mara Smeezing has moved to third base for the Cats, and Taylor Kogi is out in left field for the Cats. So some substitutions there as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. For the Cardinals will be Molly Smith, Kelly Naylor, and Jordan Saylor. There's a ball hopped over the third baseman, no, in between, nobody can get it, and it falls in for a single. So, Molly Smith on with a single. Down here at first base, Kelly Naylor steps in. Jordan Saylor on deck.
Kelly Naylor singled in the third and was caught looking in the second and the fourth.
And there's a throw down, and it was on the first base side, but they got the runner on the arm. So that's quickly removes Smith on a caught stealing. Two to 6 for 1 out. Kelly Naylor at the plate. First pitch to her was a strike prior to the throw down to second. There's a pop fly over towards the first base dugout, over the netting, foul ball.
Kelly coming in the game batting .519.
1 for 3 on the afternoon, so that
she went down
a little bit. Yes, she can change that here with a hit, or move it back up a little bit.
Actually, she can go 2 for 4 and go down.
Yes, yeah. A good day and you still aren't good.
Yeah, how's that?
Yeah, she, like you said, she's gotten caught looking twice. Yeah, that one's in the dirt. So now the count goes to 3-1. Naylor's in charge here, but nobody on anymore as Smith, who was on, was caught stealing. And that one's high for ball 4, so Naylor moves down to first base. Jordan Saylor up. Saylor's had a pretty productive afternoon, wouldn't you say, Ron?
Yeah, she's had a single in the second, single in the third, and a single in the fourth.
Right.
She was picked off first in the second inning.
Right. So 1 on, 1 out. And down to second goes Naylor as the ball squirts away from the catcher. Poppelman on the hill for the Cats. Jordan Saylor batting for the Cardinals. Hits that ball high in the air. Shortstop calls for it, underneath it, and has it. So fly to 6 for out number 2. And Hannah Tankman comes to the plate with 2 outs and 1 on.
Hannah popped up to second in the third inning, got on an error by the third baseman in the third inning, and singled in the fourth.
There's one that goes high all the way to the screen. Runner advances, so Naylor now has moved to third.
Hannah came in batting .401, and she has scored 1 run here this afternoon.
That one's in the dirt low, so count goes 2-0 on Hannah. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. There's one off the fist, and boom, third baseman and catcher run into each other as the ball falls right between them. Hopefully nobody's injured. They're both up and walking.
That's the Smeezings getting together there on the third base line.
Going to have a schmeezing reunion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice hustle by both of them.
Just could not get to the ball.
Ball's in no man's land.
Hit right off the fist, a small pop just outside the third base foul line. And there's a swing, miss, strike 2. That evens the count, 2-2.
We had Taylor Homan there, thought maybe that was the third out.
Okay, yeah. That one's high. Count goes full.
But we'll let her off the hook there.
Yeah.
Smile on her face. And
she says, no harm in trying. Maybe I can influence the umpire.
There you go.
3-2. There's one on the ground to the third baseman. Throw over to first is high, and I believe they got her, yes. So nice play there by Schmeezing as she fires over to first and gets Tankman retired on a little 5-3. And that means after 6 complete, the score remains 12 for New Bremen, 8 for Minster. We'll be right back.
Your parents have given you so much throughout the years. They were there when you won first place. Your first heartbreak. Your first car. Your first wreck. Graduation. Planning that special day. Is it time to give back? Give your mom the life she gave you at Elmwood.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
And the first pitch there in the top of the 7th is low for a ball. This is the inning that the Cats have got to go. They need 4 to tie, 5 to take the lead. So they've got 3 outs to get it, 3 swings, and that one is chopped in the dirt. Our batter is Jordan Burlesman, and she's going to be followed by Taylor Holman and Jenna Poppelman. And if more after that, then Danielle Barhorse will be there.
She's 1 for 3, had a single in the 4th inning.
Ball 2 there, so it's 2-1 on the batter.
And we got the rainbow out there in left center field. I don't know if the cameraman can get that or not, but that's pretty neat.
Yes, it is. Not real prominent, but you can see it to the south and the north.
It's probably dead center field.
Almost, yes.
Yeah.
So right now, Sophie Fox behind in the count, 3-1. She winds, kicks, fires, and that's high and off the plate. So things start well for the Cats with a base on balls to Jordan Burlesman. Taylor Holman on deck. So make the 4th appearance at the plate for Taylor. She's been on twice, but has no hits. She's flied out, safe on an error, scored a run. Got a base on
fly
balls.
ball to left center.
Collision, bump. They caught it. Here comes the runner. Runner safe.
Yeah. Forgot that. You have to tag her.
Yep. I don't know if they thought.
I
don't know if they saw her or something. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. So we have a fly to center, or I believe, or was left fielder got it. Left fielder fly to 7, as they bumped into each other. But that's an out. Ball didn't drop. Jenna Poppelman is at the plate. Danielle Barhorse on deck.
Jenna's a 444 batter. She singled in the 2nd inning, got on an error in the 4th inning, and grounded out back to the pitcher in the 5th, or in the 4th.
Okay, now there's the ball, gets away, throw down to 3rd. Oh, my. Put that brakes on real late on that slide. Ooh.
Yep, dangerous.
Yeah, she's safe, though. She's safe, so. Okay. Got Burlesman at 3rd. 1 out. Poppelman batting. There she hits it up in the air. Second baseman under it, calls for it, has it. Loves it, back to the circle. So now there's 2 away.
Yeah, they don't have to be worried about the runner on 3rd. The Cardinals will look for the out at 1st.
Danielle Barhorse at the plate. She's been up 3 times. Safe on a fielder's choice twice. Scored a run once and grounded out to short. Is that what you got, Coach?
Yep, that's it.
There's a ball pounded in the dirt right at the plate. Ball, strike 1. Mara Schmiesing is on deck. So 0-1 on the batter with 2 outs.
So Minster's down to their final out.
That's high. 1-1. I don't believe that in softball there's a pitch count like there is in baseball this year, is there?
No.
And there's a swing and a miss. Ball's underneath the catcher.
In baseball, they have 30 pitches, and then you cannot pitch the next day. And I don't know where the cutoff is. I'd have to look that up for the whole game.
Some new rulings on pitch count.
Right.
1-2 on the batter. 1 strike away from Fox closing the door here on the Cats in this battle of Route 66. That one's popped up. Above the catcher. Nope. Behind the screen. Out of play. Count holds. 1-2. 2 away. Top of the 7th. So right now the Cats must get hits. They need base runners and lots of them. There's one back off of Fox to the shortstop. She could not get it out of her glove and get it over the first. So Danielle gets a single as they could not glove her ball. And Jordan Burlesman scampers home with a run. So that makes it 9-12. Mara Schmiesing steps to the plate. Moved in from left field to third base. Top of the 7th, 1 run in. Cardinals still holding on to a 3-run lead. And that's there for a strike. So quickly now, Fox jumps out ahead of Mara Schmeezing with an 0-2 count. And Danielle Barhorst down at first.
Yeah, so the Cardinals have a force play at second if they need it.
One hopper to third. Over to first, and that's it. That's ball game. So Mara Schmeezing goes down on the ground out to third base for the third out. And that completes this game as we conclude with a score of 9 for Minster, 12 for New Bremen. We'll be right back to talk about the highlights and the players of the game and run through our sponsors. We'll be right back after this message.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony home management system. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Okay, we're back here at Cardinal Field here in New Bremen, where tonight the New Bremen Cardinals, in a battle of Route 66, the fourth placed, or the number 4 team in the state, brought home a 12-9 win over the Minster Wildcats in a tight game, which featured a lot of hitting and a lot of running, and gave everybody an opportunity to do some scoring. So here's Ron, and we'll look at the final stats and totals and our star players of the game.
Okay, the final score, 12-9, Cardinals win. For Minster, they had 5 hits and 9 runs. And for the New Bremen Cardinals, they had 12 runs on 16 hits. And most of those, obviously, in the third inning, they scored 8 runs on 8 hits. So that was a big inning for the Cardinals. And the Wildcats just could not catch up.
Had the opportunities, just couldn't deliver a couple of times. They had runners in scoring position, yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we'll go to our players of the game. And they're trying to move in. Okay. Players of the game.
For Minster, Lindsay Albers, a sophomore, today had 2 hits for the Wildcats. She left the game with an apparent injury to her wrist, so we hope she's okay. And that award is being sponsored by the New Bremen Dairy Queen. And for New Bremen, the player of the game is Cassidy Smith. She had the big hit for the Cardinals, which was a 3-run homer in the third inning. She also had a single in the fourth inning, and that award will be sponsored by the Speedway Lanes in New Bremen.
Okay, that kind of rounds out our broadcast, and just like to take one more look at the sponsors who made this broadcast possible. Tonight, West Staff in St. Mary's, Radio Hospital, Hometown Opportunity, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, R&R Tire in St. Mary's. Our scoreboard sponsor was First National Bank, Think First. Keys to the game were brought to you by Bud's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. As Ron just said, our player of the game sponsors were New Bremen Dairy Queen for Minster and Speedway Lanes for New Bremen. It's been a nice, warm, balmy evening. You can probably hear the wind in our headsets. But like to thank tonight's workers. First of all, on camera, Matt Everidge. In the truck, Tyler Wolf. The man who puts it all together and carries it every night of the week, Isaac Sell. He's the man. I don't know what else to tell you. He's the producer, the director, he's the boss. And the announcers for tonight's game, I'm Dennis Henschen. The color commentator was Ron Cruzy. Hope you enjoyed tonight's ball game, and see you again very soon as we've got some more broadcasts coming up. Thanks and good night, everyone.